What time was it?
It is 5, 4, 3.
Bam.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, so it's 5, 4, 3, bam.
No.
Alright, do it one more time.
5, 4, 3.
I have a lot of things I want to get off my chest. I hate this idea that you're the best. I am the best wrestler in the world.
First thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring. Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
And it doesn't matter what you call it, whether it's called a Hell in a Cell, a Rage in a Cage, Penis in Uranus, the only thing that matters, which means he's gotta beat the game in the middle of the ring. And he has a $2 for wife.
I was the greatest wrestler in history. Nobody ever walked out of an arena without saying, God, Ric Flair put on a show tonight. Holy, he did it all. Come out here and let's see what the Nature Boy has got for you.
Welcome to our show. This is
First and last.
Hey. You never know. It depends on that connection.
That is true.
Yeah,
That is true.
pretty much. We're gonna get into wrestling, but first we're gonna do like a introduction to ourselves dealing with wrestling. So since Jay gonna force me to go first, I go first. I started watching wrestling 1999, but I started getting to it in the 2000s.
Wait, 1999. How old are you?
I'm 24 years old. I'm a 90s baby. So, yeah,
90s.
Jay. Yeah, and pretty much. And when did you start watching wrestling? We're just gonna jump back and forth.
Let's see. I started watching WCW first. I want to say 93 or 94. So I was like 6 or 7.
So you said 93, 94. I was born 91. So you do the math. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And for anyone who hears it, I'm 29 years old. So
He's old.
I'm 29 years old. That is not old. 29 is not old. If 29 is old, then there's something wrong.
Okay. Yeah. He's 29 years old, guys. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah.
Guys, ladies, I'm only 29. If we have any female listeners, I'm only 29.
Yeah. Okay. Well, when I was saying guys, I meant in general. Okay, ladies. Jay trying to get his Mac on. So yeah, ladies, 29 and young. There you go.
There you go. Exactly.
I just promoted you, and go follow him on Twitter. What could they follow you on Twitter at, Jay?
On Twitter, you can follow me at Real Black Yoda, which I'm in the process of actually changing my handle because I need a new handle. That handle technically can't be used. Shouldn't be using it, but it's still mine for right now. So if anyone has any suggestions on what maybe I could change it to, feel free to at me or inbox me or whatnot, and we'll see what I can do about that.
Alright, cool. I mean, yeah, you need to change that. Yeah, change it like right now. But you're not gonna do it. But you can follow.
So yeah. Well, let me do that for you. Where can the people find you, Keda?
At Twitter as well, actually. Yeah, you know it. 1991. I know I gotta spell it out because it's long as hell. It's YEAH, the letter U, KNOWIT 1991. And speaking of Twitter, Jay, that's how actually we met, was on Twitter, which is freaking
Yes,
weird.
it was.
And we doing a podcast now. So
Hey,
bam.
that's the power of social media at its finest.
Yes, and you wasn't one of them creepy guys who I did follow and block, so we're cool. And that's why we're doing the show. If you was a creep, I wouldn't be talking to you right now.
I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure some wrestling fans can be creeps, but I'm not like that. So.
Okay, I know. That's the good part. That's a good part.
Plus, I don't go cruising on social media. So
Yeah.
the way WWE police their crowds is probably a part of why Memphis crowd was as quiet and dead as it was.
Right.
So but yeah, so let's just get right into Raw as far as like I said, yeah, so Triple H and Stephanie, they opened the show, gave their little introduction. They tried to hype up the crowd because they had a big, huge announcement and this, that, and the other, and blah, blah, blah. And, are you ready? As Triple H did.
Ugh.
Ugh. And then probably the not so greatest dancing since one Vincent McMahon did his dancing on back in the day. As New Day came out, Stephanie was dancing with New Day. And then Triple H, good old Hunter Hearst Helmsley himself, decides to start dancing. And it absolutely looked terrible. Your thoughts on that?
I could care less that the Authority was dancing. I was just pumped to see New Day because New Day rocks. New Day rocks. I just messed up the beat, but New Day rocks. So, I mean,
Xavier Woods and his trombone.
Oh God, he's amazing. He's the entertainer. Okay. There's a couple people on Twitter. We say that Paul Heyman like steals the show. Xavier Woods steals the show now. It just when he be doing that trombone and he just be out there ranting and stuff. It just he steals the show with their matches.
He never stops talking.
That's good about him. He don't need to stop talking.
He never stops. Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying it. I'm pretty sure that's hard for him to do every night.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's hard on him to have to do that every night because he don't just be talking just for the sake of it. He's talking like he's a full 100, yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs every night. So I'm sure that take a toll on him.
Right. True. But
it's still entertaining. It's still very much entertaining.
And you know what? Because I don't know, you was them people when they first did their promos, and I was just like, God, what is this?
Well, okay. You remember when they first when they introduced them all as New Day and the whole choir and everything, and I was that was cringeworthy.
When I saw them come to the ring, the first thought I said, they need to be heels. That's not because I'm a heel fanatic fan. No, I just like they characters need to be obnoxious. Like they don't work as faces. They just need to be annoying. Like, and that's what they become. And Kofi Kingston, if you told me a year ago Kofi Kingston have charisma, in the ring he's good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, Kofi's always been good in the ring.
But as far as his personality wise, he's alright. With the Jamaican one, he was fine. I didn't have no problem. With New Day, he has me cracking up every time I see him skipping to the ring. Like his skip.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But did you see the row? I can't remember which row it was. They had the sign. I think it said the Dad of the Year or something like that. Something like that. And it was him and Big E. They was skipping and dancing to the ring as if he was doing God knows what he do. And it just like them coming to the ring is hilarious because it's different because you got Randy Orton take 100 freaking years to get to the ring like the Undertaker. And you got John Cena run through the. You had John Cena run to the ring like a maniac and do his little salute.
Well, Cena's not as bad as Ultimate Warrior used to be when he ran to the ring.
Oh God, yeah, he's not that bad. But what I'm saying with the New Day, it's a different interest. I was like, I love. Yeah, okay, you look at it, you grasp to it, and I like how they like how that music hit and whatever he be saying. I can't remember.
I'm getting ready.
There you go. I love that. Like, oh shit, the New Day coming. Like. So I was one of the fans. Like I like them. They become heels. Their faces. I'm like, nah, not so much. But
I look at it as the old wrestling thing of where it might not work right away, but you keep there's something there, but we're gonna keep poking and prodding at it, and we're gonna ship and shape it until we get the right, combination of what the gimmick should be. And I think New Day is on that list now of getting the right mix of what it is, and they working it. They found whatever it is that makes it work. They found it, and I mean that's a good thing because look at them. Look at where they at now. They're the tag team champions
again, twice, less than a year.
Yeah.
And with the New Day, I'm glad. Well, at first I was like, why did they lose the tag champions to Prime Day? I said Prime Day. Lord have mercy. The Prime Time players. The Prime Time players.
Is Prime Day like
The
a
Prime
corporate
Day.
ministry
I
type?
I guess. Ugh, gosh. Oh, speaking of corporate ministry, like we talk about that later, but you got Stardust and Ascension. Ooh.
Oh,
I mean, they gave us Stardust something to do with, but with New Day, I forgot my thought. But with New Day, became champions. Okay, no, that's what it was. The first time they lost it, I was like, why the hell would you make them lose it? And they got all this heat. Like, keep them on there. What I heard was, I guess the Wyatt family was getting back together. They was together at this time. Luke Harper and what's his name? The other dude.
Eric Rowan.
Eric Rowan. Yes, they was back together, and I guess they supposed to win the championships. I guess I'm not sure that's true or not.
Well, they should have won at least once when they feuded against the Usos.
Right, but that's because I was wondering why New Day. Remember the first time New Day just lost the belts like a couple months ago. I was like,
Yeah.
why they lose it to primetime players? I was listening to I think it was Don Tony Kevin Cash show. Free plug for them. Love them guys. I think he was saying something about it's for the prime day. Jesus, the primetime players supposed to be transitional champions for
Eric Rowan and Luke
yeah,
Harper.
the Wyatt family. I said the Wyatt family. Yeah, it's supposed to be for them, but I think Aaron, he got hurt,
Yeah.
so they put it back on New Day, and I was like, okay. So when they won it the second time, it's like it helped New Day out.
Yeah.
I feel like it helped them more because they got more heat.
Yeah, they got heat. Plus, it made them seem more legit. Hey, this is not just a joke group. They actually serious
Right.
when it come to in ring. So
Do you think? Okay. Do you think they should have did like they should do like the Freebird rule, like with the three men switch up, they all
no,
go? No.
no,
Okay.
no.
That'd be different.
Granted, I don't get why Xavier. Well, I think I know why Xavier Woods isn't really wrestling, and I think it has to do with him, trying to become doctor and all that. So, but at the same time, I think it's working better with him doing what he do, opposed to having him, the whole free, yeah, that whole thing. So.
Hmm.
Besides, I don't think a lot of fans would even get it. That's an old thing, with the Fabulous Freebird. So that whole three-man tag team where you can sub out one for the other type deal.
Yeah. Well, people probably don't understand. They probably won't grasp it, but an older fan would. I'm not a older fan, but I did look at the history of the Freebirds, and I think it would have been funny. Well, not every match. I mean, we're not trying to do the twin magic what we saw last
Oh,
night.
God.
Well, Monday Night Raw.
Uh,
Not
yeah.
like that. Not like that. I mean, you know what? They are kind of twins according to Michael Cole. I don't know. I don't know if it was on YouTube. I don't know if it was Botchamania, but he called
Uh-huh.
Xavier Woods Kofi Kingston. He called Kofi Kingston Xavier Woods is hilarious. I was like, he don't know the difference. he
So
can't
so
tell
so
them
basically,
apart. He can't tell them apart.
all look alike, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
All look alike. Yeah.
Pause. Yeah. But yeah. I mean, it's weird. I mean, but you know what? I'm liking the New Day, and I'm liking the New Day.
No, anytime I put anytime they are on screen, it is must-see TV because they're gonna give you something different every time. It's not gonna be the same thing.
And it's sad that I think they the only ones who do that in a way with the characters, like with the personality. I mean, okay, who else would you put every time you see on TV? It's like, oh snap, it's something different. Like who else?
In WWE right now,
Yeah, only WWE, not ever.
uh,
I mean, we say Paul Heyman, but I remember you was like he always go his rants about Brock Lesnar being up.
yeah,
So
because
it's
I
not
mean,
new.
even with Heyman, they got kind of tired because it was the same exact thing
But
over
but
and
me
over.
but me and
Yeah.
Robin on Twitter, I'll give her a shout out later in the show. We was always like we just love his promo. I understand it was like the same stuff. I understand, but it's just like he was the highlight of every Raw. And
For a while there, he
wow,
was, but I
which is
think what
sad.
yeah, because a non-performer in the ring shouldn't be the best thing about the show
Yeah,
on a consistent basis.
that's sad.
Before,
He needed
but
he
but
needed
for a
coaching
while,
like
for a good 3 to 4 months, Paul Heyman was the best thing on Raw. And you're right, that is sad. But as far as to the original question, I can't. I maybe Cesaro, maybe
mm,
because he'll give you something. Maybe not as far as promo wise, but as far as in ring, he would do a little something different, and you would like it. Um, of course, your man John Cena with the springboard stunner.
time out. Hold up. You got your reaction of the night. That is not my no. I respect what he do outside of the ring. That's about it.
Everybody respects what he does outside.
I'm not a Cena fan no more. Okay. Yes, I said it. No more. Okay. It do not make me go back on the history why I'm not a fan no more. It just no his
Yeah, yeah.
character,
We don't have
his character just it's too
we
much
don't.
for me right now.
He will be our he who shall not be named. He's our vacant.
He's our other.
Okay. Yes. He and
Like red and yellow.
and like red and yellow, like the crippler. Uh,
Mm, mm.
he's gonna be that for us on our show.
But you know what? Okay, let me put this out there. If he does something good, I will say it. If he does something bad, I'm going to say it. But other
Yeah.
than that, no, I'm not going to say, oh, he need to retire. Well, whatever. I'm just gonna say if I see something he's doing good, I'm gonna give him credit. Is it something bad I don't like? I'm just gonna say it. That's just how I see it. So don't go attack us on Twitter, you Cena fans that oh you hate Cena. No, no, we don't. We just don't like certain things he do.
He who shall not be named is gonna
Uh, the
he
other
yes.
springboard stunner need to stop, like you said. But go ahead.
So I mean yeah. So but yeah, I mean for a minute, Kevin Owens, and he still does it a little bit. Um, but other than that, I can't really think of anybody. Well, no. I gotta scratch that. Luke Harper. He's probably the most underrated person that WWE has on that roster right now, and if they actually gave him a storyline to actually work with, the man probably would be the best big man since one The Undertaker. Yes, I said it right here. Luke Harper.
Wow,
Luke
that's a
Harper
lot
could
of
be,
balls, Jay.
Luke Harper could be the best big man in wrestling right now if WWE actually gave him something more to do opposed to being Bray Wyatt's.
Flunky.
Well, I wouldn't say flunky, his right hand man.
Okay. All right, right here, man. I say flunky.
Because they do let Bray Wyatt speak. I mean, not Bray Wyatt. No, sorry,
Harper.
Luke Harper. They do let Luke Harper actually speak. You remember for a while that he didn't say anything at all, but then they slowly let him start talking.
True. I like
And
his
when he
skirts. Not to cut you off. He's very underrated, which is sad.
he is
Very
he very
sad.
and he doesn't move like someone his size supposed to move, similar to the Undertaker.
He's like a freaking
But
cruiserweight in a way to me.
exactly. So and the stuff that he can do, he should not be able to do some of that stuff, but he can do it.
Man, like when I first saw his match like solo, I was like, damn. This man is great. You know, and when you look at the 6 man, you know I hate tag team matches
6-man
now.
tag.
6 man, 8, 9, 15 tag team match, you know I hate that now. But when he was do like one-on-one match, I'm like, whoa, like he's good. Like he don't need no partner. He can just go solo. That's when I started becoming a fan of his solo, not with the Wyatt. I like the Wyatts, but just individual personality. I like him more than Bray. Maybe because it's the N word, his wrestling
In
skill.
ring work.
Yes, I'm trying to say. Thank you.
I got you.
Yeah, it's talking way too fast. And I like him for that. And with Bray Wyatt, I just love his promos. I mean, now his storylines and promos are like all conjoined at once. Oh, I'm coming after you because who knows why, but
Okay, since you brought up Bray Wyatt,
oh
what
god.
what did you think of how he handled Miz TV? And the reason why I say that, and for anyone who's listening who might not have seen that,
I didn't.
okay, you did. Okay, the Wyatt family were the guests on Miz TV, right? And it was kind of funny but scary at the same time with the way when they all got in the ring, of course, Miz, he tells them, take a seat. And the funny thing, first thing, Bray Wyatt sits down. He sits down in the chair. The Strowman, Braun Strowman, he throws his chair out the ring. Luke Harper throws his chair out the ring.
Are you serious?
And then they stand on both sides of him like they're his bodyguard or something. Right? So that was the first thing. The second thing is when Miz go to sit down in his chair, Bray tells me, he say, don't sit. He say, don't you sit because you're not safe here, Miz. And the way he said, and the look that Miz had on his face was like, yeah, there's a chance I might not make it out of this ring alive.
Oh
See,
wow.
stuff like that. Stuff like that is what I like about Bray, because, as like you said, his in-ring work is kind of, but at the same time, he's good at what he does in the ring, and his promos are top. I would probably put him best promo right now because of the more creativity they allow him to have with his promos, opposed to just reading a script or reading cue cards. Ryback, but.
I just going on what you just said. Okay.
Well, that goes back to something that happened last week with Ryback, where a lot of people assumed that he was reading cue cards during his backstage promo, which it kind of did look like that. But
I saw that promo, and it the one from Raw. It do seems like he was reading a card to me, just a little bit to me. But you go ahead.
yeah, he never looked at the camera, and he was always looking off camera, so naturally you got to think he's reading cue cards. But back to Bray, so that whole thing goes down. So then Miz starts the interview and everything, and then of course Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose shows up, and you thinking that it's gonna be the Wyatts that destroy Miz, but no, Dean Ambrose takes Miz and throws him out the ring, and then they have a stare down with the Wyatt family, and Roman kind of then regressed, it seemed like, with his promo, because he's back whispering on the mic again. So I don't know what that's all about, but so he give a promo and they reference the dreaded third man again, who everyone's like, who is the third man gonna be? I hope we're not gonna have a Bash of the Beats '96 happen again here with the third man making his appearance.
Oh, red and yellow.
But we'll see who this third man is, because there's been a lot of speculation. You have someone in mind for that. Just like I think a lot of other people is assuming it's going to be that person, even though that rumor has been kind of shut down. But who is it that everyone pretty much assumes is going to be their third man?
Okay, I can't remember. Did I say Randy Orton?
Not Randy Orton.
Did I say Samoa Joe? I can't remember what I said.
Say the guy from NXT.
Oh, Apollo Crews?
Not Apollo Crews.
Who did I say? I can't remember. Oh, Corbin.
Corbin.
Corbin. Yeah, I
Yes.
forgot. I'm sorry. Sorry, bad
Baron.
memory of it. I was like, who did I say? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, the man that people forgotten. Gotcha. Okay.
Yes. So, I mean, I don't think he would be a good good fit for that. It has to be someone that is somewhat known, I think, to be their third man. But it's like, who could it be that they can introduce as a third man that people will actually truly pop for? I don't know who it could be. It would have to be someone that's currently not with WWE.
The game.
Triple H is not going to be the third man.
I just had to say that.
But see, that's the only thing I can think of is that it has to be someone that is not with WWE right now that they would have to introduce. That's the only person I can think of, because there's no one else on the roster that anyone would really truly like joining this Shield 2.0 or 1.5.
Okay, you know what? What if they put somebody from NXT? Like you said, I mean, I don't know who would be, but I'm thinking it's gonna be someone from NXT, or not? Because remember they brought in that man, Strowman. They brought him in, but I think he was on NXT, but like he had dark matches though. I don't think he had matches. I don't remember.
Yeah. He never really, because I never knew who he was.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, who the fuck is this behemoth in the ring? Like, I was like, holy crap. I was like, am I watching the right channel? Did we actually get a surprise? We don't know who this is. Like, who is this man? So, I don't know. I mean, that's a good question. I don't know who. I mean, it might be Randy Orton, but I heard that he taking like 6 weeks off for a long time. So,
I hope it's not Randy Orton.
so
At least, you know who I remember our conversation before the show, who I said, and I was joking, but I just mentioned him again.
oh gosh.
Should be Mark Henry.
Oh gosh.
I mean, they do need somebody big. I mean, Roman can't.
You gonna put him in the Shield? Like, he don't even need a shield.
That's what he do.
Damn, they could just use him as a freaking shield. Like, they could just be behind him. Like, if you put them behind him, you won't even see Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose anymore. Like, you just see him.
I mean, because when you look at when you look at this new Wyatt family standing next to Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, they look small. They look small.
They look like Rey Mysterio height.
But no, they don't look that small.
No, Randy. No. Compared to that man, when
Braun Strowman.
Yeah, well, yeah, him. They look like freaking children. Like when he first came, he choked them out, and when he did a Randy Orton last week, I was like, was that last week or 2 weeks ago when he choked them out?
But you know who you remind me of when he choking out people?
Oh.
I don't know why I think about it, but it makes me think about the movie Friday when Debo chokes out Craig.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Hey, maybe Debo gonna be the third man. I don't know.
Oh man, that's my movie. But that's our movie talk. Y'all gotta check that out. But with the Wyatts, they have their team. I mean they solid, but with the Shield 2.0, I don't know who would you.
Because like I said, because as this little mini feud has been going on, the Shield has not the Shield, but the Wyatt family is looking strong. They're looking strong in this whole thing. Dean and Roman, they not looking strong. They looking weak. So the third man has to come in with some, some credibility behind them in order to get them over the hump of beating this new Wyatt family. Otherwise it's like, okay, what are we doing here? That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but I mean, oh, excuse me. They probably bring back Randy Orton. I mean, I know he probably gone, but I don't know. It's very difficult. I can't think of nobody. Maybe that's good. Maybe WWE's trumping us right now. We not supposed to know who's gonna be the
Yeah, I
third.
mean,
So they
because
doing their job for once. How about that? Kudos to them for once in their life.
well, you're right about that. But once again, this whole third man thing is very reminiscent of WCW. But
Yeah, I'm trying to think who, because like okay, if you would have said that it was this six tag team match was the main event. Because I remember you were saying like with Seth Rollins would be the third man, and I was off the show. I was saying that, and I was
yeah,
like, no. Okay, if they would have had this Wyatt versus the New Shield with the Shield the last match, and Steph lost both of his belts like in the like beforehand, I'm like
yeah.
okay, but he not going back to the Shield. I don't see him, not right now. Like I see him become a babyface soon. But I don't see him becoming like being the Shield. No, not right now. But I mean, we don't know who the third member going to be. We just gotta watch Night of Champions for $9.99. We are plugging you WWE Network right now, so
Yeah, there you go,
have
WWE.
fun with that one. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go back and check that promo out because it sounds very interesting. And I love the Miz. Like I hate
Wait.
I love the Miz when it comes to his promos. When he's in the ring, when he okay, I'm not a fan of his work, like his wrestling. Nah, not really. But his promos, what I love about him when he go, oh, what did he say? He was like, when my hand go up, your mouth go shut. I love that. I do it to my brother all the time. It don't work, but I love when
That's
he do that. Like
I mean, Miz is ultimate heel.
he's the definition of a heel right now. Besides New Day and the Wyatts, they okay, but he's like the solo. Oh, he's phenomenal. I'm not talking about Brock Lesnar. He's not there all the time. Don't say what about Brock Lesnar. No, I'm talking about Fox promos. Don't say Heyman because he's not he's not in the ring competitor. Don't say him either. But with Miz is like God, like you.
No, I give it to Miz sometimes. I mean, it goes back to like what we talk about. He who shall not be named, other as we call him.
Dun, 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 dun.
Just like him, give him credit when credit is due,
Dun,
and
dun, dun,
you
dun.
talk trash about him when it's deserved.
Dun, dun,
But
dun, dun.
but you see. You see, this is exactly how the show can get canceled, right
Dun,
here.
dun, dun, dun.
That's what, anyway,
Alright.
as I was trying to say,
Dun, dun, dun.
but I give me his credit when it's due. I mean, I ain't gonna watch none of his movies, but
Oh, I won't either.
I give him credit.
If it's free, sure.
Even if it's free, I feel like I paid too much, but
You paid too much attention. That's what it was.
I'm not gonna watch it. But speaking of movies, someone that we were just talking about was actually in a new WWE movie. Have you heard anything about whether it's good or not? And who we're talking about is one Dean Ambrose in um, Lockdown, which got attached to the 12 Rounds franchise somehow.
I heard about the movie, but I didn't watch it yet. No.
I said I was gonna check it out because I mean when it first was being promoted and everything, it was just being promoted as being called Lockdown and everything. But then in the last couple of weeks, 12 rounds Lockdown. I'm like, okay, where the hell that comes from? But because
Oh wow.
I don't care about 12 rounds. I didn't see the first one.
I
I didn't see the
did.
second one.
I saw the first one.
Oh,
Sorry.
Jesus.
I
Uh,
I I yeah. I'm ashamed.
it should be.
When but to cut you off again. When I think of lockdown, I think of TNA pay per view.
TNA lockdown.
That's I was
Lethal
like,
lockdown.
yeah, I was like, lockdown. What the hell is lockdown? Oh, the movie, yeah. But yeah, well, with Dean Ambrose, I mean, it might be a good movie. I mean, we probably gotta
It
talk
could
about it.
be.
I
It
mean,
could be. But
I wouldn't be shocked. I mean, clearly he's better than certain people, but other, but whatever.
Randy Orton too.
You know what? You know what? I will say I didn't never watch his movies, so I'm proud of myself. I didn't watch his movies.
Yeah.
Or the Big
Well,
Show.
Randy.
Or the Big Show. Didn't watch his either.
Well, you should know. Well, I would say this, and I'm going to shamelessly plug the Soska twins, the Soska sisters, who directed um, not one but two WWE movies. They did See No Evil 2. We start Kane once again. And the most recent one is Vendetta with Big Show and Dean Kane. Now, I haven't seen See No Evil 2, but Vendetta I thought was very good.
You saw
Especially
that
for
one.
I own it.
Oh wow! Look
I
at
own it.
you.
But at the same time, it's not because I like WWE. It's because I'm a fan of the Soska sisters, and we'll
Oh.
probably talk more about them on our movie shows.
Yeah, it's called Jay and Keda Movie Talk. Yes, I
Yep.
got it right. I got it right. Boom. Okay.
Yeah, that's the one where I get top billing. She gets top billing on the wrestling shows. I get top billing on the movie stuff.
Exactly. Dun, 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 dun.
And there'll be none of that on that show. But yeah, I mean, I'm huge fans of them. They're very good filmmakers. Even though this is a wrestling show, but they're huge wrestling fans too.
Mm.
And because actually at I think it was Comic Con, I want to say it was, they actually dressed up as Kane and the Undertaker.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they love their wrestling. So
Mm. Yeah, well, like us. I mean, we're doing a freaking
Exactly.
podcast, so I mean, shoot, that's awesome for
exactly.
them.
But yeah, but Vendetta, it was good. I mean, it was good to see Dean Kane doing something that wasn't a Lifetime or Hallmark movie for once in a long time. And Big Show was actually he was the heel throughout. He didn't start out as the heel and halfway through turn to the good guy. And
He
then go
wasn't a
back.
tweener. We call that in wrestling. We call them tweeners. He's not a tweener in this movie.
No. I don't think Big Show has ever been a tweener. I think he's either face or heel, but he switches.
He he is no. It's some points when he turned tweener. It's like you don't know. I forget. Okay, was it with the Authority? I forget what it was. I think it was like last year.
You talking about doing his crying face?
That too, I guess.
Well,
I
I
try
should
not to
say
remember
I
that.
should say crying and sweating at the same time.
No, I never did that before. Crying and
I
sweat.
can't tell. I can't tell sometimes if he's crying or if he's sweating or if he's doing both.
I mean,
It's
you know
ridiculous.
what? Okay, if that's a good trait of his, because if he's sweating, he don't have to cry. It just look like he crying. It just goes to his eyeballs.
Yeah. But I think we giving Big Show a little too much
Yes. Oh,
push on this show.
yeah. We were talking about him and his wonderful main event we saw. Oh wow! I should have watched the beginning of the show, not the end of the show. But whatever.
Well, that's generally how it goes. But
Yeah.
let's see. Well, are we skipping over anything of note before we talk about the main event? Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Tell me about the women's match. Women. I think it was two.
Uh,
No. Yes. I didn't see.
well, yeah, there
I think
were
it's
two.
Sasha
But
Banks. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And
yes.
Paige. I love Paige too.
Sasha and Paige had a good match that I was actually surprised that Sasha actually won. Not just won the match, but she won via submission. So I thought that was interesting.
Oh.
And she took a German suplex
Ooh.
that Brock Lesnar probably would be proud of. Sasha Banks. Paige
Man.
gave her a German suplex.
I gotta go back and
And,
watch it.
and she got dumped on the back of her head, and in real time it looks sick, but in slow motion it looks even worse. It looked like she was done,
Okay, now since you
and then
said
she did the slow roll out.
okay, since you said she
No, go ahead.
the German suplex, whenever you watch NXT Brooklyn, most people probably watched that already. When you see the end, then I want you to come talk to me and be like, "Holy crap, she took a crazy bump." But yeah, go ahead, go back.
Okay.
But she did a German. She been taking bumps like a motherfucker. Like, do Sasha Banks remind you of somebody
Well,
else who take crazy bumps like that?
remind me of somebody that take crazy bumps like
Like,
that. I mean, are we like male or female?
it don't
Or
matter. Like, I'm trying to think who bumped like that. Like, was it would it be Dolph Ziggler? When he used to bump like that? He used to bump like crazy.
no, well, when Dolph always looked like he was really legit dying in the ring a lot of times. He
Right,
would
but
get
she at times, most times in her matches, I was be like, damn, like, did she really fuck up her body just now? Like, she just take a lot of risks.
well, it could be that she take a lot of risk, but she got a ways to go if she want to be on that Dolph Ziggler level.
I
As
mean,
far as
I'm talking about like far. If you go back to NXT, you watch NXT too, but it's like when you watch certain matches, like, damn, this uh, lady, this woman's wrestler, not diva, is taking these crazy bumps. Like, not her, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and I'm missing somebody. Who I'm missing? I'm missing the champion. Oh God, what's the champion in NXT?
Bailey,
Yes, Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah, I was about to say hooker, but Bailey.
Oh,
Yeah, like they work together like very well together. But Sasha Banks, like when her mo taking bumps, it's crazy. Like, I mean, whew. But anyway, you said German suplex, so, and she won by submission. She did the bake statement, or she did something else.
no, she did her finisher.
Did the
Is that
bake?
what it's called?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
bake
bank state.
statement.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Jeez. Yeah,
He doesn't like
she.
women's wrestling, y'all.
Hey,
He,
no, I'm a huge supporter of women's wrestling.
in WWE, he don't like them. I'm messing with you.
On the main roster, no,
But you know what?
anyway,
Okay, you know what? I would have said that months ago. Like I always said before they came. Now I'm like, I can't say that no more because it's like you got the people who actually help NXT on the main roster now. So it's like,
yeah, you do, but they don't have a real storyline.
I know that's why I keep complaining on Twitter to Rob. I was like, they need a storyline. That's why I didn't want them to come up to the main roster because I was
I didn't want them
afraid
to come up either
because they
because
don't have a storyline.
we knew this was gonna happen.
And it's
We
sad.
knew it was gonna happen.
And it's sad. It's very sad because what was that? We was talking about NXT probably another show later, but it's going to be a rematch. I heard Sasha versus Bayley, and it's going to be for the championship, and I think an Iron Man match, a 30
Yes, it
minute.
is.
I was like, dude, I wanted to see an Iron Man match with the women, but I think I had Sasha versus I'm about to say Charlotte. I had that for Raw, like a Raw main event or something. I had that in my mind, but when I heard what they was going, I guess they gonna main event on NXT. I guess
Yep.
hopefully, and it's like bam, we get to see round two. So I mean, we already know some matches is not good as the first one, like the Undertaker versus Shawn Michaels WrestleMania 25, and then the sixth one. I mean, but it's still gonna be a good match though. But back to
And
Raw.
just
Oh, go ahead.
before we move, just one last thing about Sasha Banks and Bailey. I saw on Twitter Sasha tweeted out of how she's preparing for that Iron Woman match, and she was watching Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart from WrestleMania 12.
Oh wow,
So
wow, cause you know she's a hardcore fan. That like
yes,
she's
she is.
a very hardcore fan. So it's like I could
So
relate to her in a way. I mean, I'm not a wrestler, but like that's probably why I'm one of her fans. I mean, I'm not one of them crazy ass fans, but I'm a fan. Cause you got them like tweeting pictures every 5 seconds, and that's too much for me. But
So if that is of any indication of what her and Bailey's match is going to be like, then it might be the best match that we might see on that card.
it will be. I'm just gonna go and say it's gonna be the best match. I mean, not gonna wood. Because in NXT, when you watch Brooklyn Takeover, that was the best match. I mean, that was the pre-main event because the main event was Owens versus Finn Balor. So I mean, it was, and then the match told a story. I want you to watch it soon, for we could talk about how. Well, I don't want to spoil you nothing for you. No, we'll talk about it later.
Okay. All right.
When you watch it, because you
I,
like that.
I'll try to fit it. I'll fit it in sometime this week.
Yeah, I think the show was like 2 hours or something. So yeah, but oh, so she won and paid. So didn't you tell
Yeah.
me on Twitter, or we talked? You said the team bad interfere or something like that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't interfere. Well, basically, right after Paige excuse me, right after Paige tapped out, um Naomi and Tamina jumped in and started putting the boots to Paige, and then Becky Lynch jumped in. Then they beat the hell out of her too. And then it's like, well, okay, so what exactly are they doing with them? Because they supposed to be the good guys with everything, but now it's like Paige, and it's like I feel bad for Becky Lynch in a sense, because she seems to almost be like the odd woman out, and I like Becky Lynch a lot, but it seems like right now she's kind of odd woman out in this whole thing, because you have Charlotte, who's getting the title matches. Everyone pretty much likes Paige because of Paige, and she's on that reality show.
It's called
Ev-
Total Divas, Jay. It's called Total Divas.
on
We're gonna
that
talk about that.
reality show,
We're gonna talk about that probably next show.
on that reality show, like I said,
Total Divas.
um,
Sorry, y'all. You got Divas in the back.
yeah,
You got
but
so sorry.
but and then you have Sasha Banks, who's pretty much everyone's favorite,
Yes.
and then there's Becky Lynch. It's like I don't know what WWE is really doing with Becky Lynch. I don't know. Maybe they kind of saving her for later or whatnot. But right now, she's odd woman out in a sense.
You think they're gonna turn her? I think we talked about this on Twitter. Or we were talking. I can't remember which one it was, but you think they're gonna turn her heel?
I mean, it would make sense because that's how she made her name in NXT in a sense.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't so much that she turned heel, because at the time, she was Sasha Banks' lackey, and then she kind of broke
branch
away
off.
from it.
Right.
But I think they're gonna probably do something similar here with her, but she'll be heel opposed to being a face. But right now she's just kind of like odd woman out.
True. But before we go to the next match on Raw or segment, what it was, do you think they need to split up this Divas? I'm gonna say Divas. The Divas Revolution. Do you think they need
Yes.
to split it up? Because I'm sick of it. Like, it's just like the
Yes.
first week to 3, I was okay. I'm like, okay, fine, sure, whatever. But now it's like, gee, please, just break them up. But I forgot what I was listening to. But they was like they don't want to see more than one Divas match on Raw. Because I guess they just watch Raw. And I'm just like, shit, you could have a storyline. I think I told you this before. Have one on SmackDown
Yep.
and have one on Raw. Or, yeah, or have them on Raw. Because we know they're not getting their own show. So, so like, have one or the
Well,
other.
give them more time on SmackDown.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, SmackDown doesn't exist. But, yeah, pretty much.
Well, you start giving them more time on SmackDown, maybe it will exist again.
Because you know what? I watch SmackDown for them to support the Divas.
Exactly.
I don't watch it for nothing. Like, if I see like the Amber, I probably look at it. But
You can see them every week on Monday Night Raw.
pretty much, I mean, it's like a repeat. Like, for example, last week's SmackDown, they had a good match in my opinion. It was a little brutal. Paige versus Sasha Banks. And then they have it on Raw just now. Well, not just now, but on Monday. So it's like people don't watch SmackDown, so we keep it for Raw. Mind you, we just saw them. So basically, they had 3 matches under like 2 weeks, right?
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah. But this Revolution, they need to cut it out.
It's not. Well, you remember we've had this conversation before, and I'm going to mention it here, of where one, I think it's wrong that Stephanie McMahon is the one that's kind of leading the charge, but at the same time it makes sense
ugh.
it makes sense to have Stephanie McMahon doing this because of the fact that they are kind of catering to a certain demographic in a sense. And I know I probably get a lot of flack for saying that, but
Women, and another thing I heard, I can't plug this show because I can't remember what I was listening to. I listened to too many podcasts, but they were saying basically the reason she did that too was out there because when you watch NXT Brooklyn, I told you when you watch it, you gonna see her come out there before the women's match. It's about oh they empowering the women, all that crap, and
yep,
she I mean I'm a woman, but it's like I don't need to hear from her. Like I don't want to hear that from you. But when she oh that's what it was because remember AJ Lee called her out on Twitter talking about give Divas a chance or something
yep,
like that. So I guess it was like basically
yep.
she trying to redeem herself and said she came up with this great idea. We know Triple H probably came up with a great idea. Or even seven I said seven. Sarah Del Rey. I mean, she's not on TV, but she's a trainer. You know, she trained these girls
She
to
should be on TV.
she should. I mean, she really should, but she's a trainer. And I know you don't watch Total Divas. I was telling you about when Paige and fake fighting Cameron. Um
Yeah, fake fighting game.
yeah, quotations. Sarah Del Rey, she was training I think that was Alexis Bliss in the God. Well, I like her now. The one that pet Devin on NXT.
Dana Brooks.
Yeah, Dana Brooks. Her like they was in the back. They was when they was about to fight. You could she was training them at the performance center, and you could see Sarah Del Rey. She was like hands on with them. But that's another conversation. But they was fighting. But anyway, back to this Divas Revolution. What is your prediction of when they going to actually separate the teams? Like, do you have like a like? Do you think the end of the year, or you think like in a month or two? I mean, what do you think?
I honestly I don't know because there really isn't a storyline to see where it might even go. I
True.
mean, right now it's just all about okay, we're gonna put women in the ring that can wrestle. They're gonna wrestle because if you remember when they first started this whole thing, you got three teams of women in a triple. You got a triple threat three team match going on. It's like why instead of yeah, maybe you can have one or two be friends or whatnot, but you don't need a team over here, a team over there, and another team. But then you still neglecting some of the other female wrestlers too. You just got 9 women wrestling, and that's it. It's just
Right.
now recent they put the title in the picture of this whole thing.
Because well now officially she's the longest reign champion. Ugh. But
Well, that's if we count the whole that butterfly belt. I mean, if you want to get technical about it, she still got a long ways to go before she catch the fabulous Moolah, who
yeah,
held a,
true.
who held a belt for 27 years and only defended it once a year. So,
Okay. All right. Well, in WWE time, she's the longest reign Divas champion right as of
which
right now.
which just because she's the longest, just for people who's listening, just because she's the longest reign doesn't make her the best.
Oh God, no! I would never give her
But
that credit.
but there's some people who I guess they're loyal fans of hers.
It's
And
okay. I would give her credit for the only credit I would give her is actually getting a little better in the ring. Her sister just sucks. Breach just sucks. Sorry to bust your bubble. She sucks. But Nikki, I will say she improved in the ring. She ain't improved 100%, but she improved what she was because she was
well,
a model and a valet. I would give her that credit. But other
well,
than that, no, she's not on the level like the other girls. No, of course not.
I'll say this: when you're at the bottom, you only have one place to go, which is up. You know.
get off my chest. I hate this idea that you're the best. I am the best wrestler in the world.
First thing I want to be done is to get that piece of crap out of my ring. Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass.
And it doesn't matter what you call it, whether it's called a Hell in a Cell, a Rage in the Cage, Penis in your anus, the only thing that matters, which means he's gotta beat the game in the middle of the ring. And he has a $2